Are you there in London?
Oh, good evening, Brian. Just give us a minute to find my notes.
You lost your notes?
Yeah, I was up in the bow.
The what? The bow?
I was up in the bow, Brian. I was trying to fix the mizzen topsail.
The mizzen top what?
Yeah, one of the halyards was broken, Brian, and we were
halyard.
sitting athwartships and she was pitching. There was tackle everywhere and I think I've lost my notes.
You seem very nautical.
Oh, very nautical, Brian. I mean, we're a sailing nation. Essentially, I think Australians are a maritime people, Brian.
But Australia's a nation of sailors now.
Oh, very much so, yes. Very much a nation of sailors now. There's a cleat.
What's a cleat?
It's one of those things.
Oh. The games finish on the weekend.
That's right, finish on Sunday, Brian. The closing ceremony is on Sunday.
What's the feeling there about how Australia has gone at these Olympics?
Well, it took a while to get the spinnaker up, no question about that, Brian, but I think there were some wonderful performances, yes.
But there'll be some questions about our overall results, won't there?
Well, aspects of it, Brian. I think there's going to be an inquiry into swimming.
And when will this happen?
More government funding, I think, Brian.
No, not the result. Who'll be running the inquiry?
Well, I haven't got my notes, Brian, but I'm pretty sure it's more government funding.
Do we know the terms of reference?
Yeah, more government funding, Brian.
Do we know the likely result of the inquiry?
Oh, no, Brian. I wouldn't want to preempt the findings of a completely independent inquiry into what might be required.
Will there be an increase in funding for the arts as well?
I beg your pardon, Brian?
Arts funding for the arts.
Arts funding?
Yeah.
Arts funding?
Yeah. And science. I mean, there are other areas that need funding other than sport, aren't there?
I can't hear Brian at all.
I think they've dropped out.
Oh, he can't hear me.
Yeah.
What they ought to do, of course, is introduce a mining super profits tax and give the money to sport. Then no one would have a problem with the tax.
And then we'd have some money to fund the arts and the scientists, wouldn't
Exactly,
they?
Brian, yeah.
Yeah. I thought you said he couldn't hear me.
I can't.
There'll be a lot of lobbying, no doubt.
Beg your pardon, Brian?
There'll be a lot of lobbying.
I don't know, I think he's blowing bubbles. We might as well go ashore.